Om Sang Saraswati Namaha. Namaste. Namaste, everyone. This evening on page 370, Siddha Kunjika Stotram, Sivo Vacha, Srinu Devi Prabhakshami, Kunjika Stotram Uttamam, Yena Mantra Prabhavena, Chandi Path Subho Pabet. Nakabachang Nargala Stotram, Kilakam Narakashikam, Nasuktam Nyapidyanam Cha, Nanyaso Nachabachinam, Kunjika Pathamatrinam, Durga Pata Palam Laved, Ati Guyatarang Devi, Devanam Apidurlapam, Gopaniyam Prakyatena, Svayoni Riba Parvati, Maranamo Anambashyam, Stabano Chatanadikam, Patamatrina Sansidyet, Kunjika Stotram Uttamam, Aling Ring Kling Chamundai Biche, Om Klang Hum Kling Jung Sa Dwala Gadwala Gadwala Dwala Pradwala Pradwala Ing Ring Kling Chamundai Biche Dwala Hum Sam Lang Sham Pat Swa Namaste Rudrarupinye Namaste Madhumardini Namaha Kaitabaharinye Namaste Mahishardini Namaste Shumbahantri Cha Nishumba Suragatini Jagratani Mahadevi Japam Siddhankarushvame Inkari Srishti Rupayagi Ringkari Pratipalika Klinkari Kamarupinyagi Bijarupe Namostute Chamunda Chandagati Cha Ekari Vardayini Biche Chabayadanitam Namaste Mantra Rupini Dom Ding Dum Durjate Patni Vam Ving Vung Vagadishwari Krang Pring Krung Kalika Devi Sang Sing Sung Me Shubankuru Hung 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 Kara Rupinyaki Jam 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 Banavini Brom bring brom boy Rabbi Badre Babani Te Namo Namaha An Kang Cham Tam Tom Pong Yang Sham Bing Dung Ing Bing Gong Sham Dijagram Protaka Deep Tong Kuru Kuru Sma Pong Ping Pung Parvati Purna Kang King Kung Ke Charitata Sang Sing Sung Sapta Sati Devyam Mantra Siddhin Karushvameng Idam Tu Kunjika Stotram Mantra Jagarta Kitabe Abhakti Naivya Datavyam Gopitam Raksha Parvati Yastu Kunjikaya Devi Inam Sapta Satim Pate Natasya Jayate Siddhira Ramye Radhanang Yataha Om Ring Kling Chamunda Ibiche Om Glam Hung Kling Jung Sa Dwalaka Dwalaka Dwala Dwala Pradwala Pradwala Ring Kling Chamunda Ibiche Dwala Kam Sam Lam Sham Pat Shwa. Let's return to page 370 and study the song that gives the key to perfection. And Shiva said, "Listen, O goddess, while I elucidate this excellent song that gives the key to perfection." Siddha. Siddha means perfection, and Kunjika is the key, and the stotram is the song. So we have the song that gives the key to perfection, the Siddha Kunjika Stotram. By means of the brilliance of these mantras, and they're really cool, They are really vibrant and they are really illuminating. The meditation of the goddess Chandi becomes easy. Not the armor, nor the praise that unlocks the bolt, nor the praise that removes the pin, nor the secrets. None of the angas, the 6 limbs of the Chandi, neither the hymns, that's the hymn in the chapter 1, the hymn in the chapter 4, the hymn in chapter 5, and the hymn in chapter 11, nor even the meditations at the beginning of each chapter, nor the establishment of the mantras in the body, that's the nyasas, nor the offering of worship and adoration, not the pujas, the recitation of the mantras that give the key to perfection will grant the fruits of the recitation of the glory of the goddess. It isn't one of those things. It's all of it put together, and the recitation of this song which gives the key to perfection. Oh goddess, this is extremely secretive and difficult even for the gods to attain. It is a mystery. And it's within us, deeply within us. We have to intuit it deeply. So it's intuitive knowledge, and it's not intellectual knowledge, and it's deeply hidden within our hearts. We have to go in there and feel it. O self-born goddess Parvati, with right efforts, Maran, that's the capacity to slay anger and passion in the ego. Mohan, to become stupefied, knowing none other than the goddess, totally mesmerized. Vashikaran, to make the mind sit still. Uchatan, to become solely absorbed in the attainment of enlightenment. And all other attainments all come to perfection by means of the recitation of the excellent mantras of the song that gives the key to perfection. Hence, this is to be kept secret by all means. Put it in your heart, lock it up, lock the door to your heart, and keep the secret. I want to read you the footnote, because I did go to some lengths to try to explain how I arrived at these definitions. On page 377, there are 3 types of aspirants who may have occasion to utter these mantras, and they are distinguished by the diverse forms of nature: sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic. The rajasic quality is active in the perfection of an individual's status, power, and authority. What am I going to get for this? Tamas seeks to cause injury to another. Please slay my enemies. And sattvic perception seeks the ultimate knowledge of unity in self-surrender. How do I purify myself? So here we have these various siddhis. These are capabilities, these are capacities. Maran, the capacity to slay. If you're sattvic, you want to slay your own anger. You want to slay our own passion, misdirected passion. We want to slay our own ego. That's Maran. Otherwise, if I'm rajasic, I want to achieve dominion by slaying all the obstacles to my lordship. And if I'm tamasic, I want to slay my enemies. Kill the other guy. Now let's cut off the head of that goat instead of this old goat. Mohan means to become stupefied. Many people say to thrust others into ignorance or into attachment. But we say to thrust myself into attachment, so I am so attached to you, I can't think of anything else. I'm totally mesmerized. I'm stupefied. I can't consider another contemplation. You are the sole exclusive contemplation of my mind. And there's just no room for anything else. That is, I love you so much that all the little loves just, I can't even think about them right now. I'm sorry, I'm busy. Boshikaran. And now, that means to bring under control. And many people, Rajasic people, want to bring others under my control, and therefore I will be able to have authority and dominion over them. And others want to make others to be able to control them so that I can manipulate them to my advantage. Those are Rajasic and Tamasic applications of Boshikaran. I want to control myself, and I specifically want to make my mind sit still. So remember, there are three gunas, sattva, raja, tama. There are three qualities, and there are three kinds of sadhus who practice this knowledge. Some of them want to achieve things in the world, and some of them want to achieve self-mastery. If we are sattvic, we're looking to use and apply this knowledge. How do I come closer to you? Stamban, to restrain the senses from wandering. Uchatan, to become solely absorbed in the attainment of enlightenment. I've controlled myself, Uchatan. I put a fixation on myself. I'm totally absorbed and surrendered to the one activity, the one goal, which is to achieve self-realization, is to achieve union with you. So these are the various kinds of siddhis which are attainable through the practice of this song that gives the key to perfection. And now, ta-dam, the mantra. Om is the infinite beyond conception. Aim is creation. It's Rajaguna. It's the energy of desire. It's Mahasaraswati. It's the beginning. Hrim, preservation. Sattva guna, it's the energy of action, it's Mahalakshmi. Clean is the destruction or the transformation. The Tamoguna, the energy of wisdom, Mahakali. Aim, ream, clean, creation, preservation, transformation. Rajas, and Sattva, and Tamoguna. Saraswati, Mahalakshmi, Mahakali. Cha means to move. And Munda means the head. And Chamunda was the slayer of anger and passion. She who slays anger and passion moves in my head. She is my reality. Ye is the grantor of boons. Bich is the sambit, all that is knowable. In the body of knowledge, in the perception of Che, means Chaitanya, consciousness. Om, the infinite beyond conception. Glam is Mahaganesh, the great Lord of wisdom. Hum, cutting the ego. Clean, dissolving bondage to physical attachment. Ka is the cause. Law is the physical. E is the spiritual. Anuswar is the perfection of the dissolution of the physical into the spiritual. Jumsa, we know that. Mahamrityunjoy, pure consciousness. Jwala, Jwalika, the flame, bright light of illumination. Jwala, burning, blazing, shining. Jwala, prajwala, to begin to blaze or flash. The illumination that the three gunas, the energies and goddesses, aim, ring, cling, Creation, preservation, and destruction are in constant movement, transformation in the perception of consciousness, jwala, and this illumination, hum, is the divine eye. That's the Rudra's, Shiva's Bij mantra, Rudra's Hum Hum, Rudra Devaya Namah. Sam, in all, Prakriti, Hum Sa. Hum is Purush, Sa is Prakriti. Lam is manifested existence. Ksham, that's the last consonant of the alphabet. Hum Ksham. Ksham to the end of existence, because it's the last letter that represents all the vibrations that preceded. Fat, without a doubt, emphatically. Purity. Swaha, I am one with God. And this is the mantra. We bow to she who has the capacity to express the form of Rudra, Rudra Rupinyai. She is she has the capacity to express his form. She's not his form. She is, in addition to his form, she is the capacity for that form to manifest. The reliever of sufferings. Asru Trayate Iti Rudra. We bow to the slayer of too much. We bow to she who takes away too little. We bow to the annihilator of the great ego. All we want to do is bow to you, Mom. We bow to the destroyer of self-conceit and the destroyer of self-deprecation as well. You know who we're bowing to, Mom. Arise to wakefulness, O great goddess. Don't let me sleep. Arise to wakefulness. Grant me the perfection of meditation. The sound aim is the sound of creation. And remember, awe is the first vowel of the alphabet. It's the first spark of creation. And I is the causal body, and the swar is the perfection, the creation of the creation or the manifestation of the causal body in perfection. Aim is the sound of creation, the manifestation of the causal body in perfection. Aim, she is wisdom. The syllable hrim is the entire existence preserved. It's protected. Ha is the gross body, Ra is the subtle body, E is the causal body, Anuswar is perfection. All that can be perceived through the senses, known through, conceived in the mind, known through intuition and meditation and beyond, in perfection. That is existence as is. Hri is the entire existence preserved, protected, as is. The syllable kleem is the intrinsic form of all desire, the cause of manifested existence, merging with its causal body in perfection. Manifesting that cause, or that primary cause, in perfection, we bow to you, the ultimate objective, in the form of seed mantras, of Bij mantras. As the slayer of passion and anger, you slay passion, and as the syllable ye, you are the grantor of boons. Bordankar. Bitche. Remember, the sambit is all that. Sam means all. Bit means from vid, to know. All that is knowable is the sambit. It's the logos. It's the embodiment of knowledge. And che is consciousness, which perceives the sambit. Consciousness perceives all that is knowable. Viche gives eternal freedom from fear. We only fear what we don't know. Once we know it, It's no longer fearful to us. We bow to you in the form of mantras. Dam, Din, Dum, the wife of Shiva, literally the one with matted hair. Now remember, the Vriddhi is the long vowel. And the long vowel A, I, U stands for the causal body, the gross body, the causal body, and the subtle body. Dam, Din, Dum, that means we bow to you, the supporter, the giver of support, who supports the gross body, who supports the subtle body, who supports the causal body, is the wife of Shiva. That's you, Mom. That guy who's got the matted hair. Bam, Bim, Boom, Vagadishwari, the ruler of all vibrations in the gross body, in the subtle body, in the causal body. Kram, Krim, Krum, Kalika Devi, the goddess who takes away the darkness. Sham, Shim, Shum, she is peace in the gross body, peace in the subtle body, peace in the causal body. Be easily attained by me. Please. In the form of the syllables hum, hum, hum. Remember, hum. She reduced the Dhumralochan, the sinful eyes. She reduced him to ashes instantly. Jam, jing, jam, 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 as the restrained sound of constant vibration emanating as a yawn from the junction of the eyes, ears, nose, and throat. Now here we have, this is where we want to pronounce from, where the eyes, ears, nose, and throat unite in that place. That's from whence these mantras emanate. They take on that subtle form of Nad Shakti, Jam, 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 as the restrained sound. It's not a full-throated, I'm going to blast you out with my... And it's not only coming from the abdomen, the prana is coming from the abdomen. The sound rises up through the heart, and it comes in as a restrained sound. And you can feel it vibrating where the eyes and the ears and the nose and the throat. If you're an ear, nose, and throat person, then you can look and examine and you can feel that vibration. Just go ahead and examine the eye as well. And that's where you'll feel that vibration emanating from as it vibrates. Brum, bring, broom. To the excellent energy, to the extremely fierce, to Bhavani, the female lord of being, we bow to you. This one is really cool. Kong Chung Tong Tong Bong Yang Sam Ding Dum Ang Ding Hong Shang. Now, let's read what the author said. On page 370, the second footnote here, the Sanskrit alphabet includes all the possible sounds for all the possible names of all the possible objects of creation. The letters themselves symbolize the entire range of evolution of all possibilities. The full and complete transformation of the samsara. Remember, the ocean of all. The totality of all objects and relationships. Creation begins with all, the first vowel, and the first vowel and first letter of the alphabet. And thereafter, the alphabet proceeds through 16 vowels to the first consonant, ka. So this is saying kong. And from thence, from ka, it is arranged into groups called vargas. So there's each group, each varga has 5 letters in it. There's the ka varga, which has ka, ga, nya. And the palatals, cha, cha, ja, ja, no. And the cerebrals, cha, cha, da, da, no. And the dentals, tha, tha, da, da, na. And the labials, pa, pa, ba, ba, ma. And the semivowels, ya, ra, la, wa. And the sibilants, sa, cha, and tha. And the aspirants, hum, shum. Now, look what we're doing. This is really cool. Kung, that's the first vowel and the first letter of the first varga. Kung. Chung is the first letter of the second varga. Chung is the first letter of the third varga. Tha is the first letter of the fourth varga. Pa is the first letter of the fifth varga. Ya is the first letter of the semivowels. Sung is the first letter of the sibilants. Bing dung. Now, let's go back to page 375. Rise up, break asunder, illuminate the bright light. I am one with God. Bing, to eagerly approach. Doom, the reliever of difficulties. Aim, the body of universal knowledge. Deem, to eagerly approach. The aspirates, hung, the supreme I. And shung, the end of duality. So here we have gone through in abbreviated form all of the vibrations expressible by all of the letters possible that evolved from Sanskrit. We've just gone through from the creation to from the origin to the terminus, from the creation to the final destination, from A to Ksham. We've jumped through, skipping through the alphabet of all the possible vibrations expressible by all the letters which are possible to evolve in creation. We've just, in abbreviated form, Bijarupe Namostute, we have gone through all the possibilities of creation. Pong Ping Pum Parvati, the wife of Shiva, she is Mother Nature in the gross body, in the subtle body, in the causal body. The potentiality of nature is full and complete. Kung King Kung, the 3 stages of Kitchery, where one levitates as a heavenly being. We fly up into the atmosphere, and there's a Kitchery mudra, where we place the tongue back on the ubala. And meditate on the nectar, on the sweet taste of nectar. And there's a Ketchery where we rise up, even rise up off the asana. And there's a Ketchery when our heart soars. We just become pure spirit and we fly up into the atmosphere. Sham Thing Thum, as other divine beings born of these 700 verses in the gross body, the subtle body, and the causal body, give to me the perfect attainment of the mantras. Please. It's a prayer. This is the song that gives the key to perfection, the primary cause of awakening these mantras. This must be kept hidden from non-devotees. They won't respect it, they won't understand it, they'll disparage it, and it will diminish in power for those who really do respect it. Also, keep it inside your heart. Keep it deeply hidden within you all the time, wherever you go. This is the the center, the core, the intrinsic energy within us, which we protect with our kavach, and we put on that suit of armor so we can protect the vibration. Oh, Parvati, the secret must be protected. Don't expose your secret. Let this secret be deeply protected within us. Wherever we go, we will remain protected. No one can permeate the armor of our protection, so that we maintain the bhav wherever we go. O Goddess, whoever will recite the 700 verses without the key of perfection will not attain success, and his recitation will produce an effect similar to crying in a forest. So we do want to recite the Kunjika Stotram wherever possible. Add this to your recitation of the Chandi Path. Even if you do a Siddha Path, do not neglect the Siddha Kunjika Stotram. Om Eng Ring Kling Chamunda Dibiche. Om Glam Hum Kling Jum Sa Jwalaka Jwalaka Jwala Jwala Prajwala Prajwala Eng Ring Kling Chamunda Dibiche Jwala Hung Sung Lung Shun Pat Swa. Om, the infinite beyond conception. Aang, creation, Rajaguni, the energy of desire, Mahasarasvati. Ring, preservation, Sattva-guna, the energy of action, Mahalakshmi. Clean, destruction, Tamaguna, the energy of wisdom, Mahakali. Chamunda, the slayer of passion and anger, she who moves in the head, she who moves in the paradigm of reality. She is real to me. Bhakti Bakwas. The rest of this is just chatter of the brain, chatter of the mind. She is my reality. Yea, the granter of boons, which in the body of knowledge, in the perception of Che, consciousness. Oh, the infinite beyond conception, Glam Mahaganesh, the great Lord of wisdom, whom cutting the ego, clean, dissolving bondage to physical attachment, Jumsa, pure consciousness, Jwalaka, flame, bright light of illumination, Jwala, burning, blazing, shining, Prajwala, to begin to blaze or flash, that the three gunas, the three energies, the three goddesses, creation, preservation, and destruction are in constant movement, in transformation, in the perception of consciousness, Jwala, and this illumination. Hum is the divine eye, Sum in all, Lam manifested beings, Sham to the end of existence, Fat without a doubt, Swaha, I am one with God. And that's the mantra. I want to remind you that according to Panini in the individual, this journey begins in the Vishuddha chakra and working its way down to the Muladhara, calls to the Kundalini, rise up, break asunder, illuminate the bright light, I am one with God. Hey Kundalini, come, we've got a journey to make. And it takes that luminous energy back up to the Agnya chakra, having pierced the chakras with its rising force, cutting asunder all attachments to duality. And this is the mantra. Om. Are there any questions?
Any other question?
Yes, please.
Is the primary objective of attaining perfection and asana control of the mind, or attaining the stillness in mind?
Yes, it is. Every movement of the body is a reflection of the movement of the mind. The mind is very subtle. You can't grab onto it, but you can grab onto the body. So now, in order to make the mind sit still, it is imperative that we make the body sit still. then if we can control this gross body, we have at least an opportunity, a chance that we can control the subtle body. But as long as this gross body is vigorously in movement, we know that it's only reflecting the movements of the subtle body. So the stiller we can make the gross body, the more still we can make the subtle body.
Swamiji, question from Ambika.
Yes, Ambika.
Namaste, Swamiji. Referring to note 1 on page 377, the first footnote.
Yes.
Why would a sadhu want to aspire to be anything other than sattvic? Thank you.
Ambika, there are as many sadhus as there are individuals proceeding. Ramakrishna said it so profoundly, Jotomo Totopot. As many as there are individuals proceeding, so many are the ways to God. So there are some individuals who think that their divinity lies in becoming important in the eyes of society. I know of one sadhu who accumulated a collection of Rolls-Royce vehicles. I don't believe that is the epitome of renunciation. I know of other sadhus who sit in the cremation grounds drinking liquor all night long. They are also sadhus, but they are tamasic in nature. So we have many, many kinds of individuals proceeding. And as many as there are individuals, so many are the variations of the collections of the three gunas, the qualities, and the predominance of the qualities that possess them.
Swamiji, another question from Ambika.
Yes, Ambika?
On page 99, the bead mantra Hreem is translated as Maya, the one looking to the one. On page 372, it's translated as preservation, sattva guna, etc. Do bead mantras have different meanings in the context of different mantras?
Yes, they do, Ambika. If you're translating in the gross body, or translating in the subtle body, or translating in the causal body, then they will have different meanings in the usage. So the Hreem as Maya, she is Maya. Now, she is Maya in the gross body, which means illusion. She is Maya in the subtle body, which means the embodiment of the mother. She is Maya in the causal body, which means the one who is in complete harmony with her own self. She is Sattva Guna, as she is the beej of Mahalakshmi, Aing, Hreem, Kleen, Saraswati, Mahalakshmi, Mahakali. So here again, this Hreem is the protective energy. It is the energy of existence. It is existence as it is. So there are many ways in which we can interpret these mantras. There is no literal definition that a one-size-fits-all circumstance that we could give you, Ambika. You can't translate Sanskrit according to a dictionary. It's just a little guide to help us proceed forward into our own understanding, our own realization of each syllable that we're reading. Because ultimately, your understanding of Hreem is going to be gathered from your meditation, not just from what I told you or what you read in this book or that book or another book. Your understanding of every one of the mantras is going to be amplified by your own experience. And that's why we talk about Kanti as compared with Sundar. Kanti, or Sundar means beautiful. That's really nice. It's really beautiful. And it may be really beautiful. But Kanti, it means beauty which is enhanced by love. So there are so many more dimensions to that beauty because of my relation to it, my love for it, my feeling it. I grok the beauty. That beauty is a part of me. I have a relationship to that beauty. It's not like I just saw that something external, but I have a relationship between the perceiver and the perceived. And that makes it even more beautiful. And there are so many examples in Sanskrit, for example, buddhi and medha. Buddhi is the intellect, and medha is the intellect of love. So when you add the dimension of love to your understanding, it becomes something more than just a mathematical formula. It becomes more than just buddhi, which is dry, old, dusty. Remember when Tara, she was the wife of Brihaspati, she got tired of hanging out with that dusty old intellect. He was the guru of the gods. So she stepped out a little bit and went over to Chandra's house, who is devotion. And Tara is the illuminator, and she got tired of illuminating the intellect. She needed a little ras. She needed a little juice in her life. So she went over to devotion's house and started illuminating him. So in this way, the words take on different meanings and different levels of intensity because of our relationship with the words. So there is no one definition that I can say, okay, this word it means this in every circumstance. It's not fair. We are trying to limit Sanskrit rather than use Sanskrit to break our limitations. And that's where we fall into trouble. Because Sanskrit is this language of intuitive experience. It's going to open us up. It's going to come inside and hide very secretively inside and plant itself very deeply inside. And then we get to intuit what it's telling us. And that's how we use Sanskrit as the vehicle, not by trying to make a list of all the dictionary meanings and then say, this is the one meaning of this word. It cannot be applied in that way. We lose the beauty of the study of Sanskrit. The study of Sanskrit is a study of our own personal journey of self-transformation. And the more we transform ourselves, the greater is our understanding of the syllables of Sanskrit. Every letter, as we've just indicated, has a meaning on every level of consciousness. So when we go in to study Sanskrit, we're actually studying my own nature, my own consciousness. What is the nature of my consciousness, and how can I raise my perception so that I can intuit this energy flowing up? And that's the purpose of the study, and that's the efficacy of the study. So I'm sorry, it does mean different things on different pages. Badmash Swami.
Swami?
Yes, please.
Swamiji, in the Tattva Jnana, you said that 108 recitations of the Siddha Kunjika Stotram is very powerful food. Is there a reason to do just the mantra as japa?
Yes, there is a reason to do the mantra as japa. And it's a wonderful mantra to do as japa. And you can do the whole Siddha Kunjika Stotram as japa as well. And there's a wonderful result from that, because this amplifies the mantra. It expands the mantra. It extends to unlimited, to the infinite hum shan, up to the end of all that is expressible by any letter, any vibration. That's how far the extension goes. So there is a tradition to recite just the mantra, Om Aim Ring Kling Chamundai Viche, or the full mantra with Om Glam Gung Kling Jung Sa, etc., or the entire Siddha Kunjika Stotram. As you choose. As we have time to expand our sadhana, we get to do all of these things.
Swamiji, question from Kumari from Valley.
Namaste, Kumari Ma.
What is the relationship between the Siddha Kunjika mantra and the Navarna mantra?
Well, the Navarna mantra is the Mool mantra of the Chandi, and it is the basis of the Siddha Kunjika Stotram. It is what is being explained here. That Navarna mantra is being explained and extended and amplified and in every way enhanced through its connection with the rest of the mantra, Om Glam Hum Kling Jung Sa Jwala Katwala, etc., ityadi. And through the entire stotram, it is the mool of the stotram, and the Siddha Kunjika Stotram is the mool, the root of the Chandi. So that as we are chanting the Chandi, we are perceiving her energies interacting with us on every level of consciousness. In the gross body, in the subtle body, in the causal body. And we are taking this information and this energy and this understanding and weaving it throughout the chapters of the Chandi. We become weavers. In Sanskrit, that's called tantric. We are weaving the warp and the woof like the cloth. We're just weaving this information, this understanding, this bhava throughout the entire study of the Chandi. And then the Chandi is enhanced. It's amplified. When we say that we are destroying the negativities of the ego, then we feel it in a different place because of this understanding. So that's how the Navarna mantra relates to the Siddha Kunjika Stotram.
Swamiji, question from Devi from Atlanta.
Namaste, Devi Ma.
Namaste, Swamiji. Being a song, would it be acceptable to sing this as a form of worship in thanks for her taking care of us in all manner, as a praise of thanksgiving? And speaking of using it outside of Chandi Path as well as in the Chandi Path.
Absolutely. You may use this any way you want. This is your knowledge. It becomes a part of you, Devi. And as a part of you, this is the expression of you, the expression of the real you. So you can sing it, you can chant it, you can drum to it, you can dance to it, you can meditate upon it. As much as you can use this, then weave it into the fabric of your life. Your understanding, your intellectual understanding, your intuitive understanding, all will increase. In every way, in every level of consciousness, there will be enhancement.
Question from Usha from Canada.
Namaste, Ushama. Namaste, Neil.
Swamiji, this journey of Kundalini, does it start before physical birth, and at birth it has arrived at Mooladhara, or does it descend after birth before it actually incarnates in Mooladhara and then begins ascent?
Oh, that's cheating. Which came first? Ushama. Remember the example of Akash, space. The Akash inside the pot, the space inside the pot is the same as the space outside the pot. The space inside the pot is called Gut Akash, contained space. The space outside the pot is called Maha Akash, uncontained space, infinite space. Now, in the same way as contained space is to uncontained or infinite space, in the same way there is infinite energy, which, when it takes a body, is called Kundalini. Now, Kundalini in reality moves all throughout the body. That's Kundalini. Wherever there is a manifestation of energy, every atom, every vibration is a manifestation of energy. Wherever there is a manifestation of energy in a form, that is called Kundalini. We speak of her as sleeping in the Mooladhara. But in reality, she's not asleep. I'm asleep. I can't see her. I'm not trained to see her. I see outside things. I don't see energy. So then we gave her this analogy, she's like energy sleeping in the Muladhara, which we wake up. Awaken energy and rise and pierce these chakras so that I can see you. And this is a beautiful meditation technique, but it's a lie we're telling ourselves. She's not sleeping in the Muladhara. I'm sleeping. I'm not looking there. I'm so busy looking at the world and worldliness that I can't see her. So now, in order to convince myself and train myself, I've concocted this wonderful fiction, which I'm going to subscribe to 100%, even though I know she's not asleep. I'm going to say, okay, Swami, she's sleeping in your butt. She's in the Muladhara. She's sitting there, and she's just waiting for you to wake her up. Now, watch as she wakes up. And as I watch and she wakes up, I am cognizant of the fact that energy is rising, and I'm watching and feeling and perceiving and loving and enjoying and pulling that energy up higher and higher and higher and higher until she permeates every chakra and resides in the Agnya chakra. And all I can see is Roshni, Roshni. All I can perceive is her illuminated light. Excuse me, Ushima, I hope that's an answer to the question. She's not really manifested in the Muladhara. She's manifested in every atom of existence. She's our Kundalini. Within the individual, we can perceive her as having risen from the Muladhara and made the journey to the Sahasrara. But in reality, she's in my fingertip. She's in my toe. She's in my... Every atom of my being is permeated by Kundalini. She is like the gut Akash, as contrasted with the Maha Akash. She is not Mahashakti anymore. She is Kundalini. Om Sam Saraswati Namaha. Namaste.